Hey guys, Vizzello here. So I know when you saw this title of this video, you probably had mixed opinions on this video because Apple is not really a gaming oriented company, so why would they make a gaming laptop? However, the main reason why I'm talking about this is because I feel like this is a very interesting topic. I know that they don't make gaming products, however, I feel like Apple could move into that space. Obviously, there isn't that many rumors going around saying that Apple is going to make a gaming laptop. However, it's just going to be fun to talk about, so without further ado, let's get into this. Alright, so first thing I have to clarify, MacBook Pros are not gaming laptops, especially the Pro line. I know that there's the Air and the standard Macs, or the standard MacBooks. Those are especially not gaming laptops, but MacBook Pros are just not gaming laptops. They're not focused around gaming. I mean, you could do some gaming on them, but for like dedicated gaming on there without using a streaming service like Nvidia's GeForce Now, it's not really made for playing the newest games. However, macOS could perhaps maybe be optimized in a new laptop to maybe even run games that Windows can. If you know what I mean by that, basically Windows has way more games, especially on the Steam side of things, than Mac. Like, the Mac operating system is not compatible with many Steam games, and almost all of the Steam games are compatible with Windows. So, if Apple were to do some tweaking, maybe get in talk with Valve or something, and make it able to, make people able to make games for the Mac easier and easier, just like how easy it is to make a game for Windows, then obviously more people will want to get this laptop because then they can actually properly game on that. If Apple doesn't do that, they release a gaming laptop, that would be catastrophic. Nobody would buy that laptop because Windows laptops, especially for gaming, are way better because they have more games. But I still think that Apple would add more colors for people to choose from because PC gamers love options, and that's something that has been talked about a lot and a lot of companies have failed to recognize. So I know that Apple loves to keep their laptops and also iPhones thin. However, I do feel like if they're going to make a gaming laptop, it's got to be thicker just to, have a dedicated GPU. It wouldn't really make that sense to make a gaming-oriented laptop that's as thin as something like the MacBook Pro. So I don't feel like Apple's going to have it as thin as possible. It's probably just going to be around maybe a few millimeters thick. So hardware-wise, I don't know what Apple would really do because there has been talk recently that Apple's actually literally just going to abandon Intel on their new laptops and they're just going to go with something new. Kind of like how you have the A11, A10 on the iPhones. It's just a custom-made Apple chip, and that's what Apple is setting out to do, apparently, according to a lot of strong rumors. So I feel like that's something Apple would do, and if they do actually do that, then we wouldn't be seeing Intel on a gaming Apple laptop. However, I feel like a gaming Apple laptop would be more focused on the GPU, and I think Apple would probably still stick to their guns and go with their own custom version. That's of course depending on the first option. If Apple does actually throw out Intel, then I feel like they're also going to throw out AMD with their GPUs, and they're going to go with something completely customized. However, if they don't do that, then it's probably just going to be an AMD chip. I would say that the GPU would probably be around the same horsepower as something around maybe a RX 480, but that kind of would be pushing it, but being honest, I have no idea when this would come out, so that's really hard to determine what it would be like. In the 2017 MacBook Pros, Apple put in the Radeon Pro 560, which cannot even match especially a GTX 1060, so Apple would definitely need to make some changes on the graphics forefront. A Radeon Pro would probably not cut it. Now, pricing. So if Apple were to release a gaming-oriented laptop, then I have a feeling that it would probably be around more of the cheaper end when it comes to Apple laptops, of course. And when I say that, I mean more around the $1,300 to $1,400 price range. Because Apple laptops can go really high in prices. Apple would probably want to do that because if they make it too expensive, then PC gamers who would want to actually game on, a MacBook that can game, would probably just flip off Apple and go to a different company, and probably a Windows PC, being honest. And Apple would get screwed. They would definitely not be able to make it. And when I say that, I mean that their laptop would probably just fail and crash and burn right in front of them. So I feel like Apple would definitely want to keep the price on the lower end. I really think that $1,400 is pushing it for what people will pay for this gaming laptop. However, that's only if it's really, really, really good. If it's like amazing and it's a laptop that everyone wants, then Apple could probably increase the prices. But if it's just like average and good, then they could probably get away with maybe $1,100 to $1,200. So my question to you though is, would you buy a gaming laptop from Apple? What is it that Apple would have to do on a gaming laptop to make sure that you would buy it? Personally, I think that Apple would have to make sure that the price is good, especially, and it's just, good enough to output games, and that macOS is actually more compatible with a lot of more Steam games, especially. So, those are the three main things that Apple really has to nail if they want me to pick up a gaming laptop from them. However, like I said, what do you think of that? Please let me know in the comments. If you also like this video, then please share this on social media. And if you want to check out my social medias, I'll have them linked in the description. And see you.